here today to introduce to you the Pittwater Ward candidates for your Northern Beaches independent team. As a group of independents, we run across all 5 wards, representing each of the unique parts of our beautiful LGA. And Pittwater's got to be up there with one of the most special parts of the LGA, if not our country, as we all know. It's one of the world's best kept secrets. We have 3 people who are willing to put their hand up and represent you, your family, your business, our environment, and just move our community, move it forward, I guess, as a council and a group, because it is the most important form of government, in my humble opinion. But it's about being independent and working with government, not against. It's about working with whoever's in charge at a state and a federal level. It's about representing you as a community and not being dictated to by Macquarie Street and by Canberra. This is about representing you, our community, and making those decisions and turning up. So I think I'm very excited for you to meet these 3 individuals who are willing to put their hand up and represent you. They are amazing people, and I'm very humble to know them as friends. And I get to now introduce you to them, and they can tell you a bit more about themselves and why they're running. So let's start with Michael, who'll then throw to Sarah, who'll then throw to Ian, and I'll wrap up. Michael.
Thanks, Michael. Michael Gencher. Now, you may have picked up there's a bit of an accent that comes with this fella. Just to let you all know, originally from Canada, and I moved here 30 years ago, and this is home. I've lived here now longer than I lived there, and as they say, there's no place like home, and there's no place like Pittwater in the Northern Beaches. So why am I running for council? I'm running for council because if I can just be as honest as I can, which is what you would expect, is I live here, I work here, I raise a family here, and I really care about this community and the decisions that affect us. So I want to be a part of council because I want to represent, as an independent candidate, somebody who is truly a voice for the community. We want to make sure all of our needs are met, and we want to make sure that people are listening. And I believe in order to be a voice, you have to be ears first. So what am I talking about? The needs of the community. For me, it's about our livability in Pittwater and the Northern Beaches. So to me, livability I define as our standard of living or quality of life. And that includes, and I'm not limiting it to, but that's our housing, our environmental quality, crime, safety, education, health, access to shops, schools, services, recreational facilities, and cultural activities. So I want to be in council, working with the community to make sure all of our needs are met. And it's funny, they say that you see the importance of your community through the eyes of your kids and your family. So if you have kids who are 3 years old, you're thinking about daycare. So I have 5 kids ranging from 3 to 26. I see a lot. I probably see too much. But that's the kind of world that I see for our community, is one that is really looking after everybody, the young, youth, adults, and the elderly. So that's why I'm running, is to be a voice for the community. Now I'll throw Sarah Turnbull.
Thanks, Mike. Hi, everyone. I'm running for council because I feel so lucky to live where we live, because I love my community and I really want to make a contribution. I moved to Avalon 13 years ago and have been living here ever since with my husband and our teenage son, who's grown up here. But my connection with the area goes back 30 years when my parents first moved here. And it just feels like time to give something back. I'm thrilled to be running with the Your Northern Beaches independent team because I really believe with all my heart that Pittwater deserves dynamic, decent representatives that just want to listen to the community and to get stuff done. In terms of what I would like to get done, one of the key issues for me is protecting the natural environment of Pittwater and the distinct character of the area. And this means protecting the tree canopy. It means ensuring that future development is appropriate in terms of scale and design. And it means working really hard to ensure that Pittwater has a sustainable future. So that's me in a nutshell. And I'll throw to Ian.
Thanks, Sarah. And Ian, you need to take yourself off mute.
We live in the Zoom world.
We do.
Being off mute is something that happens all the time. Thank you, Sarah. Why am I standing for council again? Well, I've been representing the people of Pittwater and the Northern Beaches since 2008, so it's quite a while. And as I've said to Sarah and Michael, one of the things about being on council is that you're not just there for the people of today, you're there for their grandchildren as well. We've got a really unique part of the world and it needs to be protected. If you have a look at the screenshot behind me, I'm looking, actually I can see my family home and the place where I live now. So even though I've lived in a few different places in the world, I wound up coming back very much to Pittwater, where I was brought up and where I've lived for an awfully long time. I think we have a duty as custodians of our place to retain the very best of what's here now, and our tree canopy, our beaches, our natural environment, and to enhance them as much as we can, build on our infrastructure and things like that. But to keep the uniqueness of our environment, of Pittwater, it's a very special place, and I think we need to work. We need to work for it in the future. I was a little bit worried when, as I originally was on Pittwater Council, served on Pittwater Council for 2 years. I was the Deputy Mayor for a little while, and I was very worried when we got amalgamated that we would be swallowed up. But I'm very proud of where we are now in terms of the fact that we've become a carbon neutral council 9 years in front of our own target, and we've hit so many targets, and we've done something that most of the other amalgamated councils haven't done, and that's stay financially stable and financially viable, but with an incredible focus on the future. And I think there's so many really brilliant things that we can do, particularly in preserving our environment, preserving the uniqueness of our place, but also really tackling those problems that we're going to face in the future and making it a better world for our grandchildren. So, in brief, that's me.
Thanks, Ian. So there you go, Pittwater. Like, how lucky are we to have these three wanting to represent you, to enhance that way of life that you get to enjoy every day, to look at the future, focus, and take advantage of the foundations that I guess we've laid as part of this new council. And Ian just touched on there. It is an extraordinary thing to be able to do and represent your community, to give back and to plan for the future for the next generation and generations beyond that. And that's exactly what you do with development, as Sarah touched on. It's what you do with the mental health side of things, which Michael touched on, and the well-being. It's about business focus. It's everything. It's all encompassing, and that's why it's so critical in my view that we are independent of those major parties and major influences outside of our region. We need to make sure that we're working with to get the best for our region, and we're doing that, and we want to enhance that and take it to a whole new level. And the three here are just, it's very humbling to know them, as I said, and to get to know them, and I hope you do. And on that, I just want to make sure that if you see them out in the street, say good day, share your ideas, share your passions, share your concerns, and have a chat with them, get to know them, subscribe to their social media, like their pages, share their pages most importantly. But yeah, get to know them, I think, as much as you can. And together we'll have an amazing future and just keep building on those exceptional building stones that we've got, that Pittwater did, now Northern Beaches Council's doing, and we're going to do more in the future. So thank you all so much. Good luck, and to the community out there, get behind this great team, because they are there for you and you only. And that's what it's all about at the end of the day. Thank you, everybody. Well done.
Thanks.
Thanks, Michael. Thanks, everyone.